Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed, where healing is freedom and it begins within. And together we break the chains of karma and reclaim our power and rise into divine sovereignty. Your path to autonomy and freedom starts right here. Welcome or welcome back to the channel, whichever the case may be. I'm so glad that you could be here with me today for reading for Gemini. I do have a cold and just getting over it. And I had a really rough week at work. So my energy is a little bit lower today. Y'all might notice. So this is a reading for Gemini. You could have Gemini anywhere in your chart, or you could be dealing with someone else who has Gemini in theirs. Of course, these readings won't resonate with everyone, but with those that it does resonate with, this could be past, present, or future energy, depending upon who's watching that it does resonate with, and it could be a mixture of any or all of them, and it will differ depending on who's watching that it does resonate with. Also, keep in mind that nothing in these readings say anything with 100% certainty. This is just energy. Everybody has free will. I haven't been saying that lately, but that is very true. People have the free will to do or not do. And masculine and feminine energies are not talking about gender. It's about who's taking action and who is being receptive or intuitive. It could be you in both instances. It could be you and someone else. It could be a mixture of back and forth energy. You just take the energy how it resonates and leave the rest. So without further ado, I'm also available for personal readings and birth chart readings. So if anyone is interested in that, you will find all of my information in the description box below. And all that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. So I hope that y'all are doing well. I'm just doing the best that I can. This one flew out, and this is what's going to be the topic of our reading today, forgiveness. Because of the way it's just flying around. Forgiveness. Let's talk about that for a moment. So many people think that someone else has to deserve the forgiveness that they give. And so many people think that if they give forgiveness, then they're just condoning the behavior, which that's not the way it's supposed to be. Even if you're not interacting with anyone, with that person that did you wrong, forgiveness is for you. Because when you're in a state of unforgiveness, it poisons your soul. It's very slowly. And then it works on poisoning the souls of people around you, because unforgiveness is like a cancer. People don't have to deserve the forgiveness given, and you don't have to keep anyone in your life that you're forgiving. Perhaps they just done too much, and you're just like, you know what? I'm just not going to deal with this anymore. But you don't even have to tell the other person that you forgive them. You can just keep repeating it to yourself and to God as many times as it takes for you to feel neutral about them again. Before I get into the reading, I would just like to tell a little story about forgiveness. In my past, people have done me so wrong, and some people were the wrongest. I grew up with knowing that forgiveness was what I needed to do, no matter what. But I was conditioned to believe that that included keeping people in my life to let them continue to treat me however they felt like treating me. That is not what forgiveness is for. There are people out there, whether they're in your family, in your friendship group, your partners, your spouses, your coworkers, there are people out there who think that they have the right to treat people however they want to treat them. And let me tell you, my friends, that those are the people who are accumulating the most karma. Because they refuse to change. They refuse to do anything to better themselves, and they continue the same old toxic patterns. That doesn't mean that you have to keep anyone in your life that is like that. If they have shown you many times over who they are, you believe them. You walk away from them for your own peace and safety. And forgive them, for they really don't know what they're doing. And they don't realize the karma they're accumulating. And apparently they need to learn on their own. Forgiveness doesn't happen instantly. Forgiveness is a consistent choice. I've had people in my life that have used me, abused me, took advantage of me, expected everything from me, and then treated me like crap because nothing was ever good enough. I've had people try to kill me, people that I loved. And I don't carry unforgiveness or hate in my heart. In fact, I don't even carry the heavy sadness that I used to once have. That heavy sadness was because I loved and trusted the wrong people. But they were the people around me. I didn't see them clearly for decades. And when I did, I couldn't unsee it anymore. So I walked away from my own peace and safety, from family members, from friends that meant everything, from partners that used to mean something. I have said, "Oh Lord, please forgive them, for they know not what they do." I forgive them, and I forgive myself for participating with them, for helping to break my own heart by keeping them in my life. You know how many times I've had to say that to actually feel that? A lot. It's not a one and done thing. It's the constant choice to say, I forgive them. I forgive them. I forgive them. Every day. Until there's a neutral feeling about them. Let's go ahead and get started with the reading. That needed to be said because there's so many people out there that believe that people done them so wrong that they don't deserve forgiveness. But that unforgiveness, that grudge that you're holding for other people poisons you. Perhaps there's a King of Pentacles that needs to forgive an Empress, or an Empress that needs to forgive a King of Pentacles. 77. A lesson or a blessing. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what are the messages that you want to come out for Gemini and their cross watchers? So we got the 5 of Wands reversed. So this is the end of arguing, the end of fights, the end of competition, the end of a battle, or it's finishing out. Clarifying the 5 of Wands is the 6 of Wands in the reverse. So this is a complete total loss, complete and total failure. 6 of Wands in the reverse is public embarrassment and like ridicule. Maybe this is what someone's afraid of. Fear holds you back. 2 of Cups reversed. This is the end of a relationship. Could be a marriage, could be a partnership, could be a friendship, could be a close family relationship. But the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse is disharmony. It's fractured relationship. There's no equal give and take. There's no balanced love, or there's no love at all. Please clarify the 2 of Cups reverse. We got the King of Cups. King of Cups is in the upright here. King of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, but the King of Cups, this is someone who feels very deeply, especially about this breakup here. And if you're the King of Cups, Gemini, if you have water placement somewhere in your chart that's significant, you're in the upright. So, like, you're emotionally grounded through all of this, and your heart is still open. But you're not wearing your heart on your sleeve. Your emotions are balanced. And there's a deep care and compassion here. Oh, we got the Page of Swords in the reverse. So, this is most likely the other person in this 2 of Cups reverse situation. Page of Swords is someone who is not confident in their skills, their abilities, or their communication. This could be someone who is immature in their communication. This could be someone who withholds communication. This could be someone who watches, stalks, spies, and observes more than they speak. I feel like they're like spying on this King of Cups here. Tell me more about the Page of Swords reverse. We got the 9 of Cups in the reverse. So this is someone who feels extremely disappointed. There's shattered expectations. There's a lot of discontentment here. Perhaps someone feels embarrassed about this partnership that's fallen apart, whatever partnership it is, whether it's spouse, long-term partner, friend, deep friendship, not like casual, or a significant family member. But despite all the chaos and whatever's going on around this King of Cups, they're still in the upright. And they're staying emotionally balanced here. The next card out is the 3 of Swords reverse. So the pain is not fresh in this situation. This has been an ongoing issue for quite some time. There's been no harmony, no balance, no reciprocation. Someone's been in a one-sided relationship for a very long time. Please clarify the Three of Swords reverse. Six of Pentacles. This is all about reciprocation. Equal giving and taking. Giving with a cheerful heart. This King of Cups. They want reciprocation. They want an equal partnership. And they're not in one. There's a lot of unhappiness and disappointment in this spread because there was high expectations for whatever this partnership was. This King of Cups here feels like a failure. They're embarrassed. They're not happy. Their dreams have been shattered. They had high hopes for this. They thought that if they gave enough to this other person, that this other person would treat them right. But this King of Cups was just waiting and waiting and waiting for reciprocation and accepting crumbs. Crumbs of attention, crumbs of love, crumbs of being valued. This is someone who accepted so little for so long, waiting for a change that never happened. With this Page of Swords reverse and this Nine of Cups reverse, there's a possibility, that this could possibly mean that someone found out that one of their children they thought was their children isn't their child, because the page could represent a child, and the swords is in the reverse is deception, and then the Nine of Cups in reverse, is the crushed dreams, the dissatisfaction, the extreme disappointment. So that could be the case for some, but not all. If there's children involved, the children are being used as leverage, as pawns, and for purposes of manipulation. Which is never okay. But forgiveness is so important. And you don't have to keep giving to this person that continually does you wrong. I forgot this deck, so what are the main ideas that this reading is going to be about? Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit. Transformation. Pop up. So this is about a change that needs to take place, or it's in the middle of taking place, and then it's also about understanding. Understanding where you've been, understanding what didn't work, why it didn't work. Someone just kept giving and giving and giving. And it was never appreciated or reciprocated. I'm going to throw another layer on here of cards here, just because I did that with the Taurus reading. Might as well do that for Gemini. Because there's so much negativity here. Seven of Cups. Yeah. It kind of came out on its side, but it was more right side up. Seven of Cups. There's a lot of people talking about this conflict, this competition, this loss, this public humiliation. There's a lot of illusions surrounding it. There's a lot of fear being projected. There's a lot of fixed false beliefs being projected here to create confusion and illusion. Please clarify the Two of Cups and the King of Cups. The Knight of Coins. This has been going on for a long time. The lack of harmony and the King of Cups. Just like loving, 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 giving, 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 and getting absolutely nothing back in return. This King of Cups has been extremely patient with this Knight of Pentacles. They've been in this one-sided relationship for a very long time. There is no harmony. There is no real good communication, if there's any, beyond fighting and bickering and whatever. But they've been in this situation for a very long time. Please clarify the Page of Swords and the Nine of Cups. We've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. That's either manipulation, deception, the lack of communication, a delay in communication. This is definitely anger and hostility and disappointment. There's a lot of fighting here. Something needs to change. An understanding needs to come to that this other person is never going to give you what you need. They're never going to be different as long as you continue to love and love and love and give and give and give. They'll always treat you the opposite. And it's a shame for some people. It really is, because some people, they have someone so good-hearted and so giving and so caring and so loving, and they don't even know how to appreciate it. They just take someone like that for granted. And that's a shame. Because, people that have their hearts open and they're loving, they're caring, they're giving and supportive, they often get attracted to people who abuse that and take it for granted and just take and never really appreciate anything. Please clarify the Three of Swords reversed and the Six of Pentacles. This is the Four of Pentacles. that is definitely an unbalanced relationship. One person gives, the other person takes. The person who takes never gives back. They're greedy. They want money. They want time. They want attention. But do they reciprocate it back? They do not. And in order to have a real relationship, it requires reciprocation. People who give back that time, love, energy, attention, money, resources. There's an equal give and take in healthy relationships. There's nothing equal about this. This is someone who has taken, take, and they expect more. And it's time to understand that a change needs to be made. And there might be a lot of people that are like, hey, like, this is what you signed up for. I mean, if this is a marriage, like, they're like, well, these, think of the vows that you took. For better or for worse. But you know what? If someone is consistently not treating you right in a marriage, there's no reason to stay. So if there are people around you pumping this fear and duty and obligation into you, it's only to keep you afraid and keep you stuck where you are. And you don't deserve this. What is the final advice for Gemini and your cross watchers? Please and thank you, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit. Final advice for Gemini and their cross watchers. Your home is protected by angels. Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over my home and its inhabitants. I ask that you post guardian angels at each window and door, ensuring its security. Thank you for guiding my finances so that I can easily afford to pay my rent, mortgage, or taxes. So that is what I have for y'all for now. If this resonated with you, if you learned something from it, if you liked it, if maybe you heard something that you haven't heard before, please hit that like button. It really helps out my channel tremendously. If you'd like to leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you. And don't think you're stuck. No matter what situation this is for you, you're not stuck. And you don't deserve to be treated that way. And if this is you, it's time for a change. The path to follow is peace, because where you're at, there is none. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do. And if you'd like a personal reading or a birth chart reading, all of my information's in the description box below. Thank y'all for supporting me on all my platforms, and I'll talk to y'all soon.